So you know Eric Cantona?
Eric Cantona, yes.
Eric Cantona lives here.
Oh, does he? Oh, wow.
Part of the area between here and Portugal.
Ah. In England, he's a very big legend.
Especially in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this place. So we have arrived, Master Chabbran.
I can't believe this!
It's amazing.
Wow! Oh my gosh, that is actually going to make me cry. Don't make me cry. This is just stunning.
The garden inside.
You literally, it's the smell. That is so beautiful. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I want to do this in my home. Can we do this in the house?
Yeah, you can do it.
Different season, but like it still just take your breath away. It's so easy to think you're going to come back. Oh yeah, I've been there before. It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
That's so
This
cool.
is amazing. I think this might be the most atmospheric first shot of me talking to you on a vlog ever. It is currently just a little bit of light rain in Provence, and you can also hear the beautiful water fountain next to me. We have come back to Master Chabbran and we are coming back 4 years later. This feels so incredible coming back at this time because we came, I think it was about in October last time that we were here, and so to come and experience it now in the, I would say, the best, most beautiful moment of late spring to early summer feels incredible. We're actually going to be having a little bit of rain and thunder this evening, which feels very, very dramatic, which is perfect as well because we've got a bit of a relaxing evening this evening. We're here on holiday. We're very, very lucky to be here on holiday. So we're starting our holiday with a massage and a very, very relaxing evening of dinner at home. I'm gonna go inside because it is starting to rain. Luckily though, I am wearing my new water resistant silk coat that I'm going to show you from Lily Silk. It'll be linked down below. The light is definitely better this way, but it is surreal to be back. I feel like I'm coming back a completely different human being than when I was here previously. Like it just, did you see that thunder? It's surreal, truly surreal being here because it was 4 years ago that I was here. And now I feel like I'm coming back someone that is so much more connected with nature, someone that is so much happier as a human being, and also someone who knows himself a little bit more. So I know all of the things that I want to experience, like the differences in the seasons. I know what I want to do when I'm here. I want to try the local wines. I want to visit the markets. I want to meet with the local antiques dealers. I was going to do horse riding, but I decided not to do that because I get to do lots of that at home now. So I've knocked that one on the head. We're doing flower arranging. We're doing table dressing. So many things. They've put together the most beautiful itinerary that I think is going to be so much fun. And what I love about coming here is, for me, this is having your own chateau in France without actually having a chateau in France. You have all of the magic of having your own home. We come here, we drop our bags, it's our home. We've got people that wait on us, so you get all of the benefits of a hotel, but you don't have the upkeep of the property. I cannot tell you how much of a dream this is to have. So anyway, we're gonna settle in, we're gonna get started, but I have to show you this before I get fully drenched in this rain. This was the beautiful floral arrangements that we walked into. I genuinely gasped because not only is there so many of my favorites in here, like jasmine, hydrangeas, alliums, just absolutely endless blooms. I wish you could smell it. I wish you could smell how beautiful this smells, because obviously jasmine is so rich in its fragrance, but you've got this real greenery, almost like minty element to this display, and it feels just so wild and wonderful. I wish I could have captured Ben's face when I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, because you know that so much love has gone into this. by their florist here at Master Chabbran, and you can request what you want to walk into. You can request the decor that you love, and there's moss, there's literally my dream. So to walk in here and see this, I just was like, instantly, if I could walk into my chateau in France and ask for anything, this would be the reception that I would hope for. And the backdrop, this is an evergreen girl's dream come true. I can't. There's going to be so much to happen, and I really hope that you will enjoy coming on this journey with me, but also I hope show you a different way to holiday. Like, I am someone that loves going to different parts of the world. I'm also someone that craves familiarity. I've often thought about holiday homes and things like that, but I really like things to not be a burden, and this is that. If you are someone that likes to travel, but you like to have your own space, and you like to feel like you have a home from home, somewhere that you can just throw your stuff down, that you can light the fire, that you can dance into the evening, play music into the evening, and not be worried about keeping other people up, not be worried about the people in the room next door to you. This is the answer to your prayers. And the person before us that was staying here was actually here for 2 months. We're only here for 6 days, which is sad. I would love 2 months here. But I'm hoping that I'm going to show you a different side of holidaying that is obviously different, but something that both Ali and I really enjoy. This is what we did for our wedding 7 years ago. We took over exclusive use of the house, and we brought all of our family in, and it was such a relaxed environment. We didn't get married in a hotel. It was somewhere exactly like this. And now this is how we like to holiday. This is how we like to do it. And so we are so looking forward to being here. We've literally just got here. We've got a very cozy evening of massages, dinner, and by the fire. You can hear all of the wildlife here. It is just exquisite. I can't wait to show you the gardens and walk around with you, but at the moment we are experiencing all of the beauty of Provence. We are in an area called, I think it's Moussin d'Alpi, which is at the sort of base of Beau-de-Provence, which is one of the most beautiful cities in France. And this is truly one of the most beautiful areas in France that we have ever experienced. We are so lucky to be here at this time of year because, like I said, we are in late spring, early summer. So the gardens, the vegetation in this area of France is exquisite normally, but actually we're so lucky because there's been so much rain over winter that we are experiencing such greenery, such vibrance in the landscape that I can't believe I'm getting to see France like this. So there is so much to show you, and I can't wait to do so. I feel like a kid in a candy store of leaves and flowers. I feel so lucky to be seeing this particular view with, sorry, Ali is just unpacking his suitcase as usual, although I do have to do the same.
Do you know what? Nothing brings me more joy than unpacking my suitcase.
There are two types of people, those who unpack and those who don't. I am definitely the person that didn't used to unpack, but I now do mostly unpack. Yeah. But this view, when we were last here, was one of those things that just continuously took my breath away, and I feel so lucky to be seeing it on a rainy evening like this because everything is so luscious and beautiful and it just looks like an oil painting. And I was just speaking to one of the ladies here, and one of the things about this particular time of year that is quite prominent is that this sort of vegetation and scenery of late spring, early summer, it's almost like synonymous with Van Gogh, and a lot of his paintings were inspired by the landscapes of Provence at this time of the year. So I feel so lucky that we get to see some of this because I don't think I've ever seen Provence this green.
It's so funny that you say that because I was literally thinking about the same correlation. I was thinking this is just so Van Gogh.
So I thought I'd show you my travel outfit because I actually really liked my travel outfit, and it was unknowingly, because Ali seemed to know that it was going to rain today, I didn't, but unknowingly I'd worn something very practical. But you know how I like layering when it comes to outfits, and I layered perfectly because I've got a strappy top underneath in case it got really warm, and when we got off the plane it was very warm. This shirt is just a little cotton stripy number, but this is the pièce de résistance that I can say now that I'm in France. This is a silk taffeta almost like water resistant overcoat. It's been tested, it's been rigorously tested as water resistant. So it's not obviously it might not be completely waterproof, but it's going to be one of those things that serves two purposes in your wardrobe. It looks fantastic. That was why I was wearing it. I certainly wasn't wearing it because it was practical. And you can cinch it in, so it has these little drawstrings in here as well. So if you want to wear it non-cinched, you can. You just loosen the drawstrings and you get a little bit more of a military style coat and jacket. It's got obviously the epaulettes on the shoulders, which give it that structure and that detail as well. And this is from Lily Silk, which I think that now I'm finding so many pieces that just really add something different to my wardrobe. So I'll pop a link to this in the description box down below. I also have a discount code. So this is going to be a test of my memory. I have 3 discount codes, and one of them is Millen LS20, which will get you 20% off of everything. The other one is Millen LS25, which will get you 25% off of 480. And then the final one is Millen LS30, that will get you 30% off of orders over £600. So I'll pop all of the links to the things that I wear from Lily Silk in this video anyway, but I am going to get myself unpacked. I'm going to get myself into my robe, because that is the wonderful thing about Master Chabbran, is that they have a gym and a spa. I think that that's genius. I don't think I've ever been to an exclusive use house that has actually put in their own spa. So there's a sauna up there, there's massage beds, there's a little lounging relaxation room, there's also the actual working gym, which is also more of a studio. So you could go up there and do yoga classes, you could book yoga instructors, you could literally move in here and have people come to you and just live your normal life if you're someone that enjoys working out, if you like having regular massages, blah, 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 blah. We always knew that we were going to come today and have a more relaxed start to the trip, because we were arriving about 3 o'clock. We thought we'll relax, chill, and then we're going to set about with many of the different things that we have organised to do here. One of which it's our boat day. I cannot wait for. I'm so looking forward to that. But I'm going to unpack. We are back in the same room that we were in when we came 4 years ago, and we have been left with some wonderful skincare from Le Domaine, which is, I believe, Brad Pitt's skincare brand, and is very, very close by in Miraval. We also have this to open up, but like I said, we must unpack, because
Has it, you off that, and it's actually one of your farts when you were last here.
you're such a child. Ali he's way ahead of me, so I'm going to start getting, because we bought a lot of luggage with us, okay? We don't pack light in the Millen Gordon household. Whenever I say to Ali, do you think we should bring another suitcase? It's always a resounding yes. Oh, that thing that I packed into my suitcase was one of the pieces that I designed with Lily Silk. This is the silk drape neck dress, which I showed you in chocolate. Obviously I'm going to steam this, but the thing that you need to know about this particular dress is that this is machine washable silk. Need I say any more? So I know, can you believe it? Can you believe it? You know, I am well and truly on holiday when I'm unpacking, and I've already got a glass of champagne. Oh wow, these are the kind of text messages that I love to receive. Lydia, just an FYI, if you and Ali wish to have a 90-minute massage instead of a 60-minute, that's perfectly fine with us. Wow. I'll take the 90-minute. It's the easiest yes I've ever had. So, gym kit, that probably won't be used.
It will be. I'm getting up every day. I'm going to be training down there. I
feel like we need to at least do some runs then.
I'm going to call it Ali's Hour.
Ali's Hour.
We're going to have boot camp, setting the standards for the trip.
Boot camp. How many dresses is too many dresses? That is the question. Suitcase packed.
Ah, yeah, bodies. You realise.
I'm well and truly on holiday. I've just had 2 glasses of champagne before my massage. We're about to head up now, and I was just having a conversation with Ali, things that he's never had to consider before. He was like, do you go for massages without a top on? And I was like, yes, because obviously they're going to be massaging my back, so naturally you would go without a top on. Sometimes they give you like disposable pants or whatever, but I popped on some pants that I've got with me. And he's gone, so how do you turn over? I was like, well, they do this thing where they hold the towel up and it covers their face, you roll over and then they place it back down. It's like so funny how men don't have to think about those kinds of things, which is hilarious really, because ours are just a little bit more, you know, plumper than theirs, but it's the same thing. Anyway, we're going to go and head for our massages now. We've just decided to extend our massages from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So very much looking forward to that, because it was an early morning and I'm hoping that I will be snorlaxing next to Ali. But there were just so many pluses to having a spa in your house. I just left my jewellery with no worries whatsoever on the side, and I can just go upstairs and I'm not seeing anyone other than the massage therapist. It's perfect. Are you ready to go, my love?
Spa ready.
Perfect.
My dressing gown.
Very nice. I like these dressing gowns. They're like a waffled linen, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. It's so wonderful having my husband here to actually film me on the other side of the camera, because usually I'm just showing you things. But this is like the communal space. So if you have like a family get together, this is pretty much where you would come and have, although actually you'd come here and watch a film. Downstairs where the fire is, that's where you're going to be sitting and chatting. This is more like a games
room.
area.
Yeah.
If you've got like kids, this is where they're coming and playing. Very chic. Or if you're me, you're just coming to sit at the window to look at the horses because I can't keep away from the window. Those are the Master Chabbran horses, and they just had a foal 2 days ago. So I'm hoping we get a chance to meet her. But this is basically the communal area. They also have a few of their apothecaries and things like that they have in the cabinets. There's books, there's chess, but this is the door that we're going up because this leads to the gym and the spa. I actually didn't go to this last time we were here. I didn't even go and look at it. So it was my first time seeing it when we came up here earlier. So now I'm going to go have a look. So this is the stunning area at the top of Master Chabbran. So you've got this amazing space, which we've just found out that they do yoga, breath work, everything. And what we didn't know, because Ali actually came up here and trained last time we were here, this is the equipment that you've got. You've also got weights, but this door, I didn't even realise that this existed. Ali didn't even walk through these doors when he came up here. This is the spa at Master Chabbran, and they've set up a bed for Ali, but the actual spa room, we've got the lovely ladies here looking after us, telling us all about the treatments. This is where I'm going to be, by the way. And I cannot believe how incredible it is to have this space within your home. It's warm, it's comfortable. I've just walked up the stairs and I'm able to just plop on the bed and have 90 minutes of a massage that is just, the dream. But also, through those doors is so much more that I'm going to show you later on. But I don't want to wait any longer. I want to enjoy my massage, relax, and enjoy this area that I didn't even know existed. Skies are back, and we have just finished up a 90-minute massage, and I had the most incredible lady. This was such a different experience for a massage. So her name was Lydia, good name, and she's basically trained in so many different types of massage. I've never ever had a shiatsu, is it shiatsu massage? And that was what she did on my whole body. And honestly, my body has never felt like this before. It was like a really functional massage, which, to be honest, I always prefer. I'm not really into having someone just rub me and me fall asleep. I really like functional massages that help my body in its like longevity, and this was exactly that, from my jaw to my toes. And she's noticed a number of things about me. She noticed that I very clearly have issues with my hormones, and she also noticed that I'm a very, very terrible breather. Sorry, you can hear Ali in the shower, by the way. I'm going to marinate in my oils. Ali doesn't like to marinate in his oils. We're having quite a sort of relaxed dinner setting this evening because we knew we were having these massages. So yes, basically she noticed that I had all of those things, but also that my breathing is really bad. And she's basically said to me, you need to find yourself someone to help you with your breathing, so really focus on your breath work, which, do you know what, that's been something I've known for a long time I need to do better with. My breathing is so bad, I notice it. People have pointed it out to me, my acupuncturist points it out to me. It's definitely something that I need to, I think will honestly help with all of the areas where I hold a lot of tension, like my shoulders. She also noticed my jaw, which is something that I am very aware of, that there is something, like even now, that is fully like just hard and tensed. And I've got no reason for that to be like that. It's so odd. She thinks that I probably grind my teeth in my sleep. But I feel like that Ali would have heard that. And I would know that. I definitely haven't noticed anything in my teeth. So I just feel like it's something that my jaw just does, which is really weird. But anyway, that was so wonderful. And the fact that we can just saunter off downstairs is the absolute dream. We're going to try and see if we can book in some other treatments with them, because they offer like lots of different styles of treatments. There's also a facial massage. And then the lady that Ali had, she does like almost like a hair health treatment where she treats your hair for the type of hair that you have, but also gives it like a trim, cuts it properly and things like that. But I just don't think we're going to have enough time whilst we're here to do that, because it's 4 hours for the hair treatment and then 2 hours for the hair treatment and then 2 hours for the facial, and that's a lot of time when we've already got a jam-packed schedule. So, but she does do an hour's breathwork class, and I would really like to try that in the morning. And how wonderful to like come on a retreat here and wake up in the morning and do a breathwork class and then go about your day, and you could almost do like a week of that. That would be the dream, the absolute dream. Anyway, I'm going to get myself into something comfortable and head downstairs for dinner. So nothing is better for a cozy evening dinner where you're not really getting dressed up, but you kind of want it to feel like pajamas, than actually wearing something that feels like pajamas but looks presentable. This is my previous cardigan from my collaboration with Lily Silk, and this is one of my most worn pieces, and it is so beautiful. Look at the woven detailing of this is just, it makes it such a versatile piece, and I love that it feels really relaxed as well. This was just perfect for throwing on over some jeans and a vest top to be comfortable while still looking like you've got clothes on. This is where we are going to be having dinner. Kitchen sups. What a treat. And I tell you one thing that I am very, very excited to explore. Now that I have a little bit more of an understanding of the types of wine that I enjoy, is their wine stock. They still have Leo, but in fact, I'm pretty sure I've just been reading up about this particular wine here. So very much looking forward to sampling, because what I know about this area of Provence is that it is more famed for its reds and its rosés. Its rosé, I think, makes up like 80% of the production in this sort of region. But there is still a select few of whites, and whilst I am a rosé girl, I love rosé, I feel like rosé is what got me into wine and really helped me find what notes I liked, my palate, that kind of thing. Even the region, the grapes that I like, that kind of thing. But now I have definitely just I've definitely discovered now that I'm leaning more in the sort of white wine, and definitely you'll hear me a lot go on about Sancerre. The reason why I like Sancerre specifically is it tends not to be oak barreled, which I like a more delicate, elegant wine, and apparently you get quite a few of those in this region. It tends not to be so oaky, which, I mean, I don't want to sound like I know what I'm doing. I'm very lucky to have a best friend who knows lots of this stuff, so I've learned most of it from her. But then I've also had some really incredible opportunities to explore some of the wine cellars of some of the best houses and chateaus and have wine tastings. And whilst I don't think I've fully banked all of that knowledge, I am now starting to learn the areas where I want to explore a little bit more. And so whilst I'm here, I kind of want to sniff out some of their really lovely whites. And I'm pretty sure that one of them in there was one that I've been reading up about, but I'm going to check my notes. I can't quite believe it, but this is the wine that, in fact, it was the one that I almost sent to Carrie. So this is Chateau, please don't forgive me if I butcher this, Chateau Romanin. And this is their white, and this is said to be super delicate, even like a light floral, which I love when there's like a little hint of floralness to something. It just feels a little bit more elegant. I can't wait to try it because this sounds so up my street. And they also use biodynamic practices, which I think in this day and age with like wine production and things like that is super important. And they age it in old barrels rather than oak barrels, so it's why it's got that lighter note to it, which I really, really like. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about, don't listen to me, but I do know what I like. And if you like what I like, then you might like this too, but I'll let you know if I like it. Mr. Millen Gordon is doing the honours. I am very excited to try this. The verdict is in. I have had my first few sips, and I know from what Carrie tells me that often even just letting a white wine settle will make a huge difference, but out of the bat, it is beautiful. I am literally going to order a crate of this for my cellar because that will get drunk. That's just so easy and light and wonderful. I haven't even added any soda yet because I'm too embarrassed, but very, very good. And our first course is burrata with a rainbow of tomatoes, pesto and garlic and pine nuts and olives. I'll remove the olives because I'm picky like that, but it smells, yeah, Ali will eat them. It smells delicious. There are a few places other than my own kitchen garden that I would eat the tomatoes off, but here, absolutely. Oh wow, that's so good. We were just saying how incredible the starter was because it was something that neither of us would ever pick on the menu, and yet it was exactly what we wanted. Really nice and light, healthy but full of flavour. And now we are going in with what looks like some very, very beautiful greens. Some mashed potatoes with herbs. It looks like a bit of parsley and chive in there. And then a really beautifully marinated chicken with thyme. So this just is exactly what I would want. So nice and light and healthy, but yet still so much flavour. That's what I love.
I tried to say in Florence in Italy to like beta.
Yeah, what is Milli Philly? So we have Ali's favourite, but we have almost like a stripped back, healthier version, which I think we're both really grateful for. This is millefeuille, and who remembers the times on my YouTube video when we used to say this completely incorrectly? Milli Philly.
I still would say incorrectly.
So this is supposed to be quite light with the layers of cream, but then heavier with the pistachio. It's got raspberries, strawberries, a little touch of mint on there. This looks really, really delicious. And if you're admiring the ceramics, I think we're going to be learning a little bit more about these ceramics a little bit later. Oh, that pastry is so light. Wowzers. That is delicious. I can't quite believe I keep walking past this and just taking it all in. It is so special, but we are retreating through the library room, which is obviously next to the dining room, if you haven't watched my previous video. And we are going to snuggle in this room. Now, this room is quite a spectacle because I completely forgot about the presence of this. I don't know how I forgot. So this is a really famous region for olive oil, and this is the old olive oil press. So a horse would have dragged this around the outside, just pressing all of the olives to make the famous olive oil of this region. And I think that that is an incredible triumph to have in a room. It is just phenomenal. And this room is one of the most incredible, just in a beauty sense, let alone in the architecture. And Ali has been lighting the fire for us to get comfy and cosy. And then there's also this more sort of orangery style room here, which I thought we didn't spend much time in last time, but apparently this has always been a sitting area. I didn't realise that, but sitting here, having a coffee and watching the sunrise here would be quite special. But for the moment, I've got a little bit of work to do. As always, even when it's a holiday, I'm going to perch my bottom in that corner over there and crack on with my work. Will there ever be a more beautiful outfit of the day location than this? I cannot cope with how beautiful. I need this in my next house. This is where I have to have this, my love. Our hallway. In fact, we could so do this little arrangement kind of thing in our hallway. Maybe not as grand and as big, but this is just too much. Anyway, I thought I'd show you my outfit of the day. We're just about to go and have breakfast at the pagoda, and I'm wearing a lily silk dress. This is almost like a sort of trench, but it's giving me under the Tuscan sun vibes. It's also a really nice thick material. I love how it has this more relaxed sleeve as well. Perfect for a morning of flower arranging, but it's the fabric in the skirt, and I love that they've gone for a thick hem at the bottom as well. It's a really beautiful length. This is so versatile. You could even put a roll neck, like a lily silk sleeveless roll neck underneath and have it layered as it gets colder into autumn, because the colour of this is so versatile. It's like a muted trench style colour, and I love it. I popped it with an Hermes belt. Obviously it is silk, by the way. I should always throw that in there. It is silk. I've popped it with a vintage Hermes belt. I'm also wearing a brand new pair of Hermes sandals that I bought last year. These are going to probably hurt my feet, but they are the perfect colour for this. And honestly, I am still yet to find a more elegant sandal. And I think there comes a point in buying goods when you can't argue with something that looks the best. And with someone like me who has really wide feet, having something that makes my feet look a little bit more tapered and elegant is key, especially in summer. And these are the only sandals that I have found to do that. And then I'm going for my wicker basket bag that I got when I first visited Master Chabbran 4 years ago. And in all honesty, size-wise, look-wise, this really is the perfect summer handbag, and I love it. So that is my outfit for breakfast, and then on to do flower arranging. I'm hoping that we're going to be using some of this stuff because it's perfect. Well, breakfast is served. I was not expecting this setup. My goodness me, we are so going to be late to our flower arranging class because this is a spread. We're having granola, we've got pastries, and the thing that I was most excited about, which you're going to think I'm so nuts, is they have pumpkin seeds. But I think we're going to sit down and have our breakfast, and I'll tell you all about why I was excited for the pumpkin seeds. But this is where we're having it. So we've got the chickens on the lawn. This is their pagoda. We are right by their beautiful pond. It's a secondary pond because you have the main water feature over here. And this is the church, the little chapel as well. But we are so lucky. I can't believe how beautiful this is. I feel like I'm living my dream life. So we have a beautiful little granola setup, but the reason why I was so excited is literally like they've read my mind, is this was one of the things that I read about that would help me around like hormone balancing and things like that. So I've been trying to have a handful of these a day. So one of the things I was going to ask was whether they had them so that I could just quickly come and have a handful of these. These are pumpkin seeds and they are actually really delicious, such a good snack as well. But we've also got sourdough, we've got a little bit of meat selection, some pastries, fruit, mint and lemon water. This is just the setup of dreams. I can't believe it. Thanks for letting me know. We are listening to the
see them in the middle.
The frogs, and Ali thinks that they are making love. This was such an incredible spread, and I cannot get over these peonies. I think white peonies are my absolute favourite. I think pink peonies get a lot of love, but these look like ruffly bloomers, and the cutest thing just happened. There was a big fluffy bumblebee, and he was just scooting around inside the peony, and you could just see the little petals just ruffling as he was like scooting around.
It like he was going into a fresh duvet.
Oh, he'd won the lottery. He was so happy. I was just complimenting the tablecloth to Ven, and she was like, oh, I think this is actually one of my grandmother's. And I was saying to her that I think that grandmother's had the right idea. Whenever I go to my nonna's, she always has the traditional Italian tablecloths, and that you just can't buy them like that anymore. And I was also complimenting the silverware, and I believe that we have the place where they get all of their silverware from and their little antique curiosities. They're going to be coming and doing a bit of a showcase for us, so it could get quite expensive.
Amazing napkins and cloths.
Where?
There's a place in Venice, and they specialise in hand making these wonderful
Oh wow.
things.
Well, I really like buying things like this. Do you remember last time we were in France, I bought a load of like our cocktail napkins. Oh, a little horse in me.
What do you call that? When they go,
Winnie.
A Winnie.
When they go, I don't know what that is, but when they do that's a Winnie.
It's happy.
Yeah, happy Winnie. When Atlas whinnies, he's got such a hoarse voice that it's almost just like air.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's a big gruff boy. So funny. But yes, I want to find some really lovely antique napkins for the house and bits and pieces like that, because I just love all of this. I really feel like it makes such a difference, and I love our little linen tissue box covers. Ali doesn't like them, but I absolutely love them. The Diplomat. So I have the wonderful Mary here with me, and we are about to do some flower arranging, but very much in my sort of favourite style of flower arranging. I think me and Mary share some similarities in that we enjoy wildflowers that people would often think are weeds. So we've got cow parsley here, we've also got some fennel, which is obviously a herb. We have a number of other bits and pieces in there that I can't actually see at the moment. We've got some snapdragons, which in France these translate to the mouth of the wolf, which I think is so interesting because we obviously call them snapdragons, and they are such a fun little flower as a child to just give it a little squeeze like that. Oh no. And we also have some purple salvias, we've got some catmint in there as well, and these have all come from Mary's garden, so we're trying to work with what is on offer. We've also got some acacia. I didn't realise that you could eat the flowers of acacia, and apparently in France they also make donuts with acacia. She said that I should ask for some of them here, which I might have to do. But this is our setting, this is where we're going to be doing some flower arranging, but we're also going to walk the gardens, snip some greenery. Mary is very much in line with me and what I enjoy, and it's those wild and wonderful bouquets that have more of a seasonal edge to them. I am absolutely in love with my vessel. We're going to add in a little water trough in there for the flowers, but what a gorgeous setup to be doing flower arranging. Mary has just picked from the abundant erigeron here, and I didn't even think about using this like this in bouquets because I love erigeron. You know how much I love it. I go on about it all the time. And I've never thought of going to the base and snipping a little sprig like this. So she says we're going to do some posies, we're going to do lots. And she's very impressed with my knowledge of flowers, which I have never had anyone say to me, but I just know what I like. I just know what I enjoy and I know what I like. And so I remember the names of what I like. The erigeron is definitely one of my favourites. I'm having so much fun already.
My only advice is when you cut, just to put out like that the leaves, so it will.
Don't go in the water.
Yeah,
Yours is so long, mine is smaller.
it's the beginning. Thank you. So, iris? I don't know the
Iris.
Iris, you say iris also?
Yeah. This is my favourite kind of flower arranging.
I'm happy.
Just pop it in
Yeah.
and just looks beautiful. We are just walking the gardens collecting foliage, and we are going to check out the potager. This is something they started on a few years ago. I think it's been one of those passion projects, but I think it's something that's only starting to come to fruition now, so I'm really excited to explore. We are in the potager and they have abundant strawberries in their beds, and their tomatoes are also in the ground. Very, very jealous that their tomatoes are doing so well. I love these archways. These are things that I think that I would love to do in our kitchen garden, but I'm worried about how much sunlight. Oh my gosh, you can see my husband looking like an absolute stud walking through the meadow back there. There's like a beautiful wildflower meadow back there. But yeah, these archways, I'd love to have my pumpkins grow up in summer, but we are picking from here, and this is their wildflower meadow that overlooks where they keep their horses. And you can see the little baby foal having a sleep in the paddock. And then this little snack is doing some flower collecting. Wow, your bouquet looks beautiful. That looks so pretty.
This is
Linen. Wow, I've never seen linen flowers before. Someone is very proud of their wildflower meadow bouquet. Honestly, like, this is what I love about flowers, when people like overcomplicate things. This is like my dream flower arranging class, where you just pick and put things in places that you think look beautiful rather than worrying too much about doing it perfectly. I mean, I love knowing how to do things well, but sometimes it just feels nice to just shove them in.
Could even nick a bit of this.
Yeah.
Just to give it some body.
Yeah, you want some green. Yes, look at you. That's exactly what it needed. You are a pro. We have the most spectacular, abundant blooms from the wildflower meadow, from Mary's garden, and we also have a stunning setup for lunch where Ven and Liliana is going to be joining us as well, and we have the Léob. And I have also been lucky enough to have the Charlotte Rice here today as well. If you don't follow Charlotte Rice on Instagram, I will link her Instagram. Her Instagram is Vivi et Margot, and she lives in the most beautiful, beautiful home in Provence. I don't think it's far from here. And I met her for the first time. I followed her for years, and I've just met her husband Sky as well. We've just done a walk of the gardens together. She does these amazing retreats that are mainly just like bring women together, and she's been telling me all about them, so I feel very lucky to have met her as well. And she's just been art directing our shoot tomorrow on the boat day, but it's just been the most wonderful morning ever. This is my first large bouquet that we have put together, and it looks so pretty. I just love just throwing things in a vase like this, and then you pop them on a table. It's why I always think that flower arranging, if you can go to like your local shop and just grab whatever, you can turn it into so many bunches and just get greenery from your garden at this time of year and turn it into something so beautiful. You can see the bugs are enjoying it as well. I love that vase as well. So not my usual thing, but it gives it such a, it still feels grand, but it works with this so beautifully. Pizza d'hier.
It's like an onion and olive pizza.
Yeah.
And anchovies, wow.
No, I'm fine. Mine
Beef
is
was a
perfect.
terrible shout there.
I think you like
Did you say beef?
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you.
Mine's
No,
nice
wait.
and dry, yeah.
What a place to have lunch. This is just unbelievable. We have just finished up flower arranging and had lunch with the owner Liliana, and she's just so lovely, and it was so lovely to be back and chatting to her and talking about what's relevant now and what's happening now and what their goals are. And they've now got 6 properties in this area of France, so it's not just Mas de Chabbran that you can come and visit. There are so many others. I think we're actually going to go and see another one as well, but we are going to take the afternoon at leisure. I've got a book to read, we've got a pool to sit by, the sun is shining, and we've got dinner here at the house again. So I want to get my little tush by the pool. I'll show you my outfit downstairs, but also one day I will put my big girl pants on and actually show you the person that I'm talking about. But yeah, I always get quite embarrassed vlogging in front of people, and I didn't have the guts to vlog with Charlotte Rice, but she did. Such a kindred spirit. This is her olive oil from her home. She doesn't sell this. This is something that she just gifts. And so when I see this level of attention to detail, her Vivi et Margot logo is so beautiful. And look, just look, I'll show you up close. Just look at that. This is the kind of olive oil that you will literally never use because it is so special. You know that this is just made purely with love, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And it's going to look so lovely sat on the side in our kitchen, which is totally not the point of olive oil, but totally a wonderful just cherry on the cake. Yes, that is a glass of wine in my hand because I'm on holiday, okay? But I'm wearing a mix and match linen 2-piece and a swimsuit. This swimsuit is from the White Company. just going for like a white and blue theme for by the pool, and very, very comfortable. I am never ever going to get over how beautiful this backdrop is. Oh, I'm so jealous. I can't have this in my house. Imagine a dressing room with this as the backdrop for showing all of my outfits. I would love that. And this is another area of Master Chabbran that we never really got to fully experience. This is their pool area. Last time we were here it was quite cold. We were sort of late October, I think, and this is the perfect weather to be here. And I don't think I've ever seen a pool as beautiful as this, and so much detail. It is so peaceful here. Oh, this is where we're going to be lounging for the rest of the afternoon. There are towels already laid out on all of the lounges, just in case we wanted to invite some friends. But in the conversation that I just had with Ven and Liliana, they were saying that 4 years on from when we came, they still have people coming and saying, we want to have the pavlova that Lydia had, and they come wearing the outfits that I wore when I was here. And when I tell you, it's moments like that that remind me of how incredible my community is. And I think there is such an element of like comparison in this industry where you go, oh gosh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But we were just talking about how important that community and that sense of community is. And so when people share that information with me, I'm always so grateful, because it reminds me just how special what we have is. And the fact that you come here, it really does make me so happy. It really does, because I get to show you places that maybe you haven't seen or wouldn't have heard of, or maybe you wouldn't even have known that it was a possibility, because I think sometimes these things can feel so far removed and so impossible, and yet when you see someone like me here experiencing it, showing you what to do, you can have flower classes, you can go horse riding if you're here, you can do a boat day, you can do a brocante day, you can do whatever, and you can have someone sort out your itinerary. You can also have someone clean your room for you, because sometimes if you get an Airbnb, it's not really the same. You don't have the same amenities as a hotel, and this blends the line between the top luxury hotels and having your own home in whatever destination that you want, but hopefully it's here in Provence, and still feeling those comforts. And so I love being able to show you things like this, and the fact that you book it, just
Gold. Yeah, yeah. Which is actually quite nice considering it's so hot. So cold. Oh dear. I prefer it cold, but it is refreshing.
That was a dreamy afternoon by the pool. I actually downloaded a book before I came, and it's on my Kindle. I'll have to tell you about it later, but I have literally ploughed through it. It's not the type of book that I wanted it to be, but it's been a book that I find really, really easy to read. And so I'm just kind of going with it. I've got about 7 hours left of it. I'm actually reading it on my Kindle, but it tells you how long you've got left till the end of the book. But it was so funny, when we arrived, Ven offered us the opportunity to have a different setup for the rooms, and I thought I would show you it, because I think it would be one of those things that you definitely find appealing perhaps later on in life, or if you have a partner that snores, or if you just like your own space. I know lots of my friends' parents have like very, very separate sleeping and almost like living quarters. So this is the sort of Madame et Monsieur setup. We have Madame on the side and we have Monsieur on this side, and I think I showed you, I mean, look at the view out of here. It's just so serene. This would be the gentleman's setup in here. He's got a lovely walk-in wardrobe and his own bed, TV to watch the golf, mini bar, you know the drill. And then you have Madame over here. She gets the bath, so she also has her own mini bar, and she also has a TV of her own to watch Downton and a gorgeous view of the fountain. But this bedroom window down here has the perfect like vista through the trees up there to get a really beautiful shot. So I think I'm going to get Ali to shoot that at some point. But I'm going to take downstairs, show you my outfit, and we're going to enjoy a dinner because we have Quentin, our chef, who is preparing all of our meals, and he is incredible. Really lovely, light meals, but like still full of flavour and like still has that element of heartiness to them. This is the soundtrack to my summer at the moment. And coming downstairs is always such a spectacular view, made even more spectacular by this gorgeous floral arrangement. I'm not going to stop going on about it, but this is my outfit. I'm going to show you my outfit outside because this dress deserves a very special moment. So I'll take you outside. Now I think we might be about to get a little shower. We've actually had some really lovely like cooling off periods in the sun, which has meant that the gardens are so lush, and yet we still get the heat and the sunshine and the frogs. Little Fraggle Rock over there. Now to show you my outfit, I'm going to grab this perfectly positioned wine table and just pop it here. And then, oh wow, that's the shot, isn't it? We're gonna have to give them a moment. They want their moment. This is my dress that I designed in collaboration with Lily Silk, and this is machine washable silk, by the way. So I feel like this is one of those things that's like a really practical holiday purchase, but also really good if you're just going anywhere and you want to shove something in your suitcase that's beautiful and beautifully made, but also really easy and hard wearing in your wardrobe. I've teamed it with some neutral accessories because we're eating at the house today, but it also comes in chocolate, and this is like a first for the brand. This is literally the first time they have done machine washable silk, and I have to say I feel very lucky that they have entrusted me with this specimen. But this dress just moves like, I was gonna say like silk, but it is just so feather light, and I love the way we've tapered the ties at the back to really give it that like slinky feeling. And I always say that like I've never really been huge on like the spaghetti strap silk dresses. I always feel like I'm wearing a bit of a negligee, whereas this feels so beautiful on. And if you're having like a bridal party, or if you're getting married sometime soon, this is a really good option as well. I feel like this is like me in my bridal era in Provence. We are just having a little peruse of the gardens, and this is what I mean when everywhere you look there is just something to see. Behind that bush there is the church. There's all of these little seating areas just tucked away. I love this. It's almost like a horse-drawn carriage that's just hidden there. I wonder where they find those kinds of things. And then this is the pergola where we had breakfast this morning, which I didn't even notice the last time we were here. And then as you come up this beautiful, beautiful walkway, this is where you find the pool. There's table tennis and the beautiful pond there. It's so wonderful because the house just starts to emerge. You just see vignettes of it through the trees. I can't tell you how special it is. It's one of those things that it's really lucky to get to experience it. And I was thinking earlier how I am such a different person coming here, but it's also such a different time. Did you know that the last time we were here, boomerangs were still a thing on Instagram? It feels like a different time, and I feel like a different person, appreciating different things about life and moving at a different pace whilst being here, like actually embracing being here and enjoying it, and getting away from this one. No, I'm joking. But it's such a different time. Who remembers boomerangs? This is where we are having dinner this evening. Florals galore. We've got the peonies from breakfast and also the arrangements that I made with Mary. They're so good here. They really do just keep sort of to the beat of our drum, and there's no rush. Dinner is always just kept ready for us like this, and this looks like the picky dinner of dreams. And I'm going to try those radishes. I honestly can't say that I think I've actually ever properly had a radish. And considering I'm growing those exact ones, we're going to have to try it this evening. We've got lots of dips, gorgeous husband.
I like this.
Mm.
It's like a light,
Yeah.
little healthy snack.
Oh, yes.
That bread.
Yeah. The bread is happening.
Saucisson.
Saucisson. Yes, my goodness, these walnuts are incredible.
Candied walnut, yes, with rosemary honey,
Wow.
thyme, sea salt, and olive oil. Just mix and cook in the oven 20 minutes. Maybe 25 minutes. Because after it's sticky, not dry. You know? Ladies first tonight.
Of course. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, it's so nice. I literally love that wine so much. Thank you so
Chateau
much.
is the best here.
Yeah, I read about it before I came and I was like, I must try that wine. And then I saw it in the fridge. I was like,
Yeah.
did you like my floral arrangements?
This is yours? And this?
And this.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, so classic, but natural.
Yeah, I like it wild.
Yeah.
It feels very wonky. doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets very wonky. If you didn't know, Ali has broken nearly all of his equipment. I'm just waiting for you to break the camera. And then we really had
About
the trip. He's broken the tripod and he's also broken the drone. So,
broke the drone, broke the tripod. There's just the phone and the camera to go.
oh my gosh, this is so good, this red pepper.
This is lovely. Olive bread with olive.
An olive best, and then put an olive on top. I wonder what William Hanson would have to say about that.
I know you can cut him out,
It's the only thing that would make this place better. If there was a resident sausage shop. This is my idea of a dream dinner. We've got sea bream. We also have the beans with pesto and butter, and then a healthy squeeze of lemon. It's also shallots. Oh, this is so good.
So, walnut sablé. You have orange confit with sugar and syrup. Kumquat, crystallized kumquat. It's a little the taste of orange, but more acid.
Okay.
Okay.
You have nougat, traditional nougat.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
with,
that one.
Honey, dried apricot,
Lovely.
almond. You have chocolate with sea salt. That of medjool from Turkey.
Well, that is a feast.
Yes, that's so good. We are having the most picky dinner, and I feel like this is just exactly what. Yeah, and this is so good.
Do they slice an orange and then chuck it in?
Like caramelize it? Is that it?
How does the skin break down to be edible?
That is a question for Quentin.
It's almost like it's pickled in
Sugar. Pickled in sugar. But these, what did he say these are called?
I have no idea.
Like walnut something. But he was baking these earlier when Ali was in with him, and this with the dark chocolate, oh my goodness.
A pairing.
Such a good pairing. And then with the wine, oh, So nice. Good morning, everyone. It is boat day and I am so looking forward to this. This is something that Ali and I love doing when we're away, is just booking one day to be out on the water. And we have such an incredible itinerary at Master Chabbran. It's all been booked for us in line with our itinerary, the kind of things that we told them that we would want to do. So we're basically being picked up in Marseille Old Port by Z Boat, and they've sent us the boat that we're going to be on today, which is just gorgeous. And this is my outfit for the boat ride, and then we're heading to Tuba Club, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Fontellina in Italy. This is the French version of Fontellina. It is so beautiful, all built into the rocks, just very, very European beach club vibes. And so I'm really looking forward to experiencing that. I was talking to Charlotte yesterday and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. And this is my outfit for the first part of the day. We've bought outfits because we love things like this. We always get very inspired when we're doing this. So I'm wearing a pair of linen shorts and a linen blouse and then a little cable knit crew neck, but I've got this on my bag. However, I'm thinking I will probably use this as a cover up. This is also from Lily Silk, and this is the most summer chic silk scarf I think I've come across. It's like an ecru ivory mixed with a really classic navy blue, and obviously you can wear this tied onto your bag, or you can wear it in your hair, you can wear it around your neck, you can wear it as a top, or you can wear it as a cover up at the beach. I'm actually thinking I've got some other outfits. I've got my silk shorts with me from my next design collaboration with Lily Silk, and I think this with the silk shorts is going to be such a cute outfit. I've got some white plimsolls. I think it will be really, really lovely. But this is just, you know, when silk scarves are a bit of a bit too ornate and froofy. This one is just classic and understated, and I love it, and I feel like it goes really nicely with the outfit that I'm wearing today. Just very classic beachy vibes. So I'm going to get ready to head down to Marseille. I will link the scarf in the description box down below. Obviously I have my 3 discount codes, which will all be in the description box down below. If you're doing a big shop, if you're doing a little shop, if you're doing a medium shop, there's basically a discount code for every sort of basket that you've got going on. So I'll pop them all in the description box. They'll be popped on screen for you as well. And we're going to head to the beach. But of course, first, jazz playing in the kitchen whilst we have a wonderful spread to keep us sustained on the boat, with flowers arranged by me.
Oh, very brave. Took the big leap. Thank you.
Careful, you're Mr. Clumsy.
I am at the minute, yes.
This is gorgeous.
Nice bed lounger, dining table. This is mega.
Wow, this boat is absolutely incredible. So the sides of the boat have just opened up. We are currently in a little cove and it's all wildflower. I cannot believe how beautiful the cliff edges are. The water is absolutely crystal clear and there's just these little tiny cove bays, seagulls everywhere, and we have lucked out with the best skipper and boat, I would say, in Marseille. If you're thinking about coming to Master Chabbran and you're looking to book a day like this, definitely do this with these guys because they're just so good. They've been so helpful and also great for getting the content as well. So we are having literally the best day ever. We've got the whole thing to ourselves. And this one living his best life. So we have arrived to Tuba Club and we are going to be walking the plank to get onto where Tuba Club is over here.
Just one of many options.
Yeah, we had many options, but we chose this one because it felt the most adventurous. We have arrived to Tuba Club and I will show you what we have ordered for dinner. Lots of fish, lots of fresh, beautiful produce, and I am just perusing the wine list, and this is the first time where I feel like I don't have to message Carrie and ask her what it is that I would like from this list. Not just because there is always going to be a beautiful Provence style rosé that I can just, you know, fall back on, but also I know the general notes and what I like in a wine, so I can ask them to suggest something, perhaps something local as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is our gorgeous view. So we're going to have lunch here, and then we will be perched down for coffee on the bay. So we also have the tuna carpaccio with Provence oil. We've got a lentil salad. We've got a little bit of aioli, and we've got some sourdough. Delicious. We have the sashimi, the yellowtail sashimi, and Ali ordered us 4 massive, what do they call them? They're not prawns, they're like bigger prawns. Can't remember.
Not king prawns either, those smells.
And I also took a very lovely wine recommendation from the waitress. This is not actually traditional Provençal white. Apparently there's a little bit of a twist to it. Well, we have been given the perfect spot on the rocks after dinner to have a glass of wine and have dessert. So I'm going to sit my little bottom down here and wait. We have the fishing boat coming in. Wow. Is there anything better than French madeleines? You trying to get your sausage feet in there?
With a hammer toe in the background.
Yeah.
In fact, there is a similarity between my toes.
Same shape.
Massive.
Absolute hammerheads. Well, we have picked the best spot to sit and listen to the water and eat cakey things. I love cakey things. I can safely say that these are the best madeleines I have ever had in my life. I've already had one, but my mouth is watering. They are light, airy, warm, with the perfect amount of dusting on top. They've given us this fruit sort of sauce, but in all honesty, I don't think it needs it. I'm happy with the cakiness. I'm not really a fruit and cake type of person anyway. I'm sure it's a French delicacy, but for me, this is cake goals. That is just phenomenal. So we are now at the national park in Marseille, and I am lost for words. This is stunning. There are ruins up here, and there's like a little mini fishing village here. This is just incredible, absolutely incredible. Are you having a good time? Pardon? You having a good time? This is just glorious. This is the very definition of if it fits, I sits. Because we are oh my gosh. Look, he's climbing up there.
Two of them.
Wow. Oh, there's 3 of them. Wow. We are breaking into the supplies. Mr. Millen Gordon is more of a champagne person than I am. I mean, I love champagne, but just, party on the boat. Yeah. Oh, bless you, it's on your shirt.
A little champagne spillage.
A little party pop.
Anybody.
And yeah, so he's usually like a champagne person at these types of moments in life. He likes to wear it, he likes to drink it. And I've gone for the Chateau Romanin because I just think it's absolutely amazing. I will have it wherever I can. Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
Cheers. This absolute nut job is wanting to dive in, so this is actually his second go.
Is it the same again? Yeah. Ali Gordon.
Team GB.
Olympics. Ali Lewin. Ready?
Careful, my love. What an overarch.
That was a proper bendy one.
Yeah. Banana dive. Is it nice? And then we have a very, very nice warm shower for him to get into.
Do the news report thing. The Irish woman. It's windy out.
Don't leave your home!
I don't remember. I'm just hoping something falls off the side and hits you in the face.
We are heading back to the port now. I've got my lily silk headband in my hair. I love how this gives it like a nautical touch, like tiny little nautical touch, and you can wear it with just classic white shirts and this light. You can tell we've had a day on the boat. Look how pink we are. But we just stopped here having a few moments before we head back to the old port. It's been one of those days where you're just like, this is the life. There were so many people that were obviously like, this is what they do all summer. And I was saying to Ali, I was like, imagine if we were to organise with our friends in England to just like keep aware that if we have a really nice day, that we pack up early doors, head to the coast and book a boat in England, because I've actually never done a boat on the English coast. I don't think I have. Like a boat day. Imagine how wonderful that would be. And I've done it in some of the most beautiful places in the world. I haven't done it in England. Well, we have had quite the day on the boat and we have definitely had a lot of sun. I just got back though and I genuinely felt like Lady of the Manor. I was like, Quentin, what time is dinner? He was like, as you wish. And I was like, oh, I'll speak to my husband and I will let you know. I was like, honestly, Lady of the Manor, love that. I've literally just popped on some linen trousers because there's no way I'm getting dressed for dinner. It is a casual one today. This is where we are dining this evening. My floral's still going strong. Oh my gosh, those peonies smell incredible.
This is a white and green asparagus with parmesan cream and spinach cream.
Perfect.
It smells lovely.
It smells incredible. Thank you. It's like a pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
We have a lot of fun making these dishes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You could serve this at like in autumn.
Yes.
This is so cute.
Petits légumes farcis.
Petit légumes farcis.
You have tomato, you have yellow zucchini,
Oh,
green zucchini, mushroom,
nice.
yellow pepper
And red pepper.
and red.
Perfect. It smells incredible. Thank you, Quentin. What's it called? The asparagus was absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, best asparagus I've ever had. But this smells incroyable. Wow.
Madeleine.
Oh my gosh, I had madeleines at lunch. Perfect. I love them. I love them.
Madeleine.
Different from lunch then. Oh wow. I feel like I need to do like a rating the madeleines in France. It's my new venture. Creme brulee and madeleines. Wow, today has been my lucky day. It's very light texture, this one as well. This is lovely. Ali and I have been talking about the sausage dog that went missing in Australia called Valerie. It was something that I had been following very closely, and so I've been letting Ali know that she has been found, and I told him that the possums had been grooming her, or they think she had.
Or cats.
Or the cats. And that's how she was so clean, and so now Ali keeps saying the possums will clean him.
She's out of interest. Why wouldn't she go sleep herself? I think she could have done.
I think there's only...
The neck. So they were eating off her.
I don't know if they were eating off her, but I know that they were...
Well, if they're grooming her, why would you groom somebody, think?
Because that's just what they do.
Is it literally just cleaning? They're not even eating the thing they're grooming. Like, monkeys look like they eat it. They're not picking it.
I don't know, my love.
So it's like they're having little snacks.
I don't know, my love.
Peanuts or something, like goods or pop.
So I am getting ready for the day. We've had a few changes of plans today. We were going to be going to Arles today, but we've actually changed the schedule a little bit. But what I would say is that you also have this really unique opportunity when you're here to immerse yourself in the cultures. And if there's any sort of special holidays and things like that, the team at Master Chabbran will book it for you as well. And that was what we were going to be doing today. And we are heading for lunch. I will tell you more about our lunch destination when we get to it. But I wanted to share with you my view. You might remember this from the last vlog, but this is where I get ready every morning when I'm here, and it fills me with so much joy. That water feature is exquisite. That is that little trickle. Oh, it's so wonderful. And I'm up and dressed, so I'm going to get my bag packed and get ready for lunch. Arrived to La Chassagnette, and these gardens are making me very, very happy. The fact that we have to walk through them to get inside. Wow. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely exquisite. There is so much here. My goodness me. These gardens are just starting to come up. Lots of nasturtiums there. And I'm trying to remember where we have been that they do this before. I cannot remember the fruit. I think maybe it was at the garden in England where they cover it to protect the fruits from the bees and the wasps from eating all of the fruit. Because are those pears? I think they might. I have no idea. I cannot tell from here. Oh my goodness! Hello, Fluffy. That's a Bengal. Hello, Fluffy. Look at these rose archways. There's just mint growing everywhere. This is unbelievable how much stuff there is here and how big it is. There's 2 hectares full to burst with roses, herbs, vegetables, orchards. It is absolutely stunning, and I'm guessing this is their tropical serre, as they call it, full of tropical plants like bananas and pineapples. This is inside the more tropical serre. At the restaurant that we're at today, there are literally fruit hanging everywhere, even bananas, everything.
So everything's edible in some form or other?
Yes, yeah, everything. This is a mountain papaya tree.
Okay.
Doesn't give any more fruit, but I use it to grow things up. And
Oh, cool.
when
Wow.
things don't work, I just take it out and try something else.
And you planted everything so beautifully as well.
I didn't do it deliberately. I don't really like trying to control everything, so I just sort of
Put it in.
and if they're not happy, I'll move it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
You're going to tell me.
Okay.
You have to squeeze the leaf, and you'll get all that. Star, anise, star.
Yeah.
Star anise, yeah.
The one you put in your teeth.
Clover?
Cloves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Mustard
Yeah.
that you put in rice pudding.
Okay.
What's mustard? Nutmeg
Oh, yeah.
and cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the cinnamon.
And that you just dry the leaf, you grind it up.
Wow.
It's like medically.
Yeah.
And then you've got things like this is a Mexican pepper leaf, which is it's not peppery, but it's a little bit aniseedy. And in Mexico they call it hoja santa. They use it to wrap fish and that in.
Ah, I've definitely heard.
You can also do ice creams with it. You can do sugar, sweet or sour, savoury.
Yeah, aniseedy, very aniseedy. So this is an alternative to sugar.
Yeah,
so you
the-
use this to sweeten.
Yeah, like stevia.
Yeah.
That is
But
delicious.
this is a sugar that doesn't make
It's
you-
so nice.
Yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful as well. Such a beautiful
Yeah.
plant. I've never heard of it before.
And
Longevity
that
spinach.
is the kind of plant you can have at your house.
Okay.
Yeah, tasty.
In stir fry, it's good.
You'd love that on your eggs.
Tropical geraniums, they come in every flavour. So there's rose there, you've got vanilla, orange, everything. And this
Wow.
one's Pepsi Cola.
Wow.
No.
You just need to rub the leaf and just smell your finger.
Smells like Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Can you eat them?
Yeah, you use them.
Ah, you can infuse them.
Yeah, you rose geraniums,
Oh gosh.
which we use a lot because they use
Wow.
it in perfumes, but also it's really good for your stomach. And
Oh my gosh, that smells like the best essential oils.
yeah.
Oh,
But you can also infuse it in milk and make desserts with it, ice creams.
I'm definitely going to have to grow some of these. It's my first year growing flowers. I've always done vegetables,
Yeah.
but I decided to try flowers this year. So I've done my nasturtiums,
Oh, nice.
and I've done just potted on my marigolds. But that's incredible.
Yeah, this is really good. I'm not going to say anything. You're going to tell me what the piece is.
Oh,
It's the camembert plant.
camembert.
It's got the taste of 6-month-old camembert.
Oh my god, it does.
And it's got the same molecules as sour milk. But you're going to eat it today in the restaurant. So now
Plante de fromage.
I use only the common names because otherwise it gets complicated.
Yeah.
So my accent and that as well. Completely convinced you're eating a cheese tart. So
No
now instead of
way.
putting cheese, they take
It
this.
does.
For
I-
vegans that want
For
to get
vegan.
their
Oh,
cheese.
yes.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I've still got the herby fragrances on my fingers, so I wasn't getting the fromage until I moved it onto the other hand, and now I'm like, oh my gosh. This is absolutely fascinating. My goodness me. What is this?
This is cranberry hibiscus.
The flowers are Can you eat the flowers?
Yes.
Oh wow, so you could put them in like dishes
Yeah.
and things like
A lot of hibiscus is edible.
wow. Like almost raspberry-ish, like a berry.
The vanilla survived the winter, so I'm happy about that.
That's vanilla.
Yeah, this is the vanilla. And it doesn't actually need to be in the earth, it's just in a kind of a mousse there. And it's just growing up the tree.
So where do the pods fall?
Well, you have flowers that come like in these areas,
Oh, okay.
but probably next year now.
Okay.
Well, those papayas are 4
wow.
years, 4.5 years old. And this one I planted because I wanted a different species. I planted this one in May last year. It's not a year old yet.
Oh my word, look how many there are.
Yeah.
I can't see because it's backlit, but this is that how big they normally are?
Yeah.
Then this
so
is aloe vera, right?
aloe vera, yeah,
Yeah.
but again it reacts differently in the greenhouse because it doesn't like direct light.
This is beautiful.
That's immortality grass.
Oh, I need some of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I need to have this every day?
Yeah, I use it in tisane now. I put this, the
Immortality
longevity spinach, and some melice and that. And it's not necessarily interesting for the flavour, but it's a superfood.
So it's got lots of nutrients in it.
As mainly medicinal, like anti-cancer, antioxidant, and things like that. Longevity.
Oh, okay. And this grows well in the greenhouse as well.
This will grow well in
I need
the
to make a
greenhouse.
list. So just beyond this garden is where the restaurant is, and I imagine that everything we have just been learning about is going to be served to us today, which was so incredible. I'm actually going to go back later and find that lady, and she's going to give me some cuttings. I'm going to try my best to transport back to England so that I can grow them in my greenhouse. We are just about to have some local wine, which is infused with herbs from the gardens here, and then a little bit of brandy and some tonic water. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. It tastes like sangria.
Sangria, Spanish.
So we've had some potato chips and what looks like quite a herby hummus with flowers and rosemary around the edges, which I am very excited to try. I am not going to try and repeat what he just said, but from what I understand is we have tempura zucchini flower, beetroot. I can't remember this one, but it looks delicious. So we are trying the Domaine Ovette on Ven's recommendation. This is their white wine, their 2013, and I'm going to tell you what I think. Although this is very like honey coloured wine. I was very unexpected seeing that being poured.
So it's a velouté that you made with carrot sprouts. With that you have also on the top beans, and she just dropped down juice that you made with bean sauce.
Thank you. My order of wine after this trip is going to be very, very big because this is absolutely wonderful, and it is a female winemaker as well. I wasn't expecting to like this because of the colour, but this is so delicious. I'm very, very happy.
So for you it's going to be the shrimp here, just steamed. It comes with a fennel, and I'm going to drop down here a bisque of shrimp.
Merci. Oh my goodness. I think the last time I had monkfish was, I used to have it weekly at my grandma's. She would always make monkfish on a bed of baby new potatoes with cress. It was delicious. But we're having monkfish here in Provence, and this is with carrots and then also a carrot sauce. This has been baked and smoked. I love monkfish. It is so meaty. The food here is so good. Well, it turns out that it's a good job that all of our events were cancelled today because our lunch has been like this long, slow love affair with the landscape. Oh my gosh. The food here is absolutely wonderful, and I'm currently on my way back to the greenhouses to find the wonderful lady. I didn't catch her name when I was there earlier. She just kind of popped out of nowhere like a little garden nymph, and she promised me some seedlings. So I'm going to go back and find her, hopefully. She's supposed to leave very, very soon.
So thank you that.
Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Well, when people are passionate like that, I just think it's really nice to be able to go away with...
I love it.
Yeah.
I discovered plants and growing things very, very late on in life.
Yeah.
Only in lockdown, to be honest.
Okay.
I'd never grown a single thing before
right.
lockdown, and so now it is just absolutely everything for me.
What I do now
Yeah.
is completely changed my life. I've always loved the
I'd say it did the same thing for me.
Yeah, I was selling plants before I arrived here. And, you know, the plant gives you everything. It gives you the flower, it gives you the seed, it gives you the food, it gives you... And you just... Like, I never bought plants because I used to just multiply them myself.
Wow.
And this is really easy to do, to multiply. So always when you want to multiply a plant, you always cut it underneath a knot.
Yeah.
And then over another knot, because you want this, the roots will come from there. And
Perfect.
You just plant it.
So I can put that in a sandwich bag?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what, in French you call it marcotage, because it's a plant that will run along the floor and it will put new roots down.
Yeah.
So each time it's a new plant. So I'll give you a piece of that.
I love it that when I said to you, oh my gosh, you've made it so beautiful in here, and you were like, that's not what I've tried to do. And yet it is so beautiful in here. But I think that when you don't think about something too much, it just ends up being wildly beautiful.
Yeah. And people think I did it, you know, there's lots of plants, I just planted them, and if they weren't happy in their place, I moved them.
Okay, thank you so much. I am so grateful.
You're welcome.
I tell you what, that's my Coachella. That is my Coachella. And the reason why you're going to be thinking, Lydia, why didn't you hold your camera up? Why didn't you put your camera right in her face? I have realised, myself included, that there is a certain way that some people speak when they are on camera. They censor themselves, they stop themselves talking in certain types of way, they maybe sometimes stop themselves from being so passionate because they worry what people think. I will of course obscure anything that maybe puts that person in a position that maybe they feel uncomfortable, but I hope that there is an element of just a conversation between two people. That's why I do it. And I've realised over the years, I've always gone, why don't you like putting the camera in people's faces? And the reason is because I want people to be authentic and genuine and just speak from the heart. And that's very difficult with a camera in your face, myself included. Anyway, I'm turning back to the table with all of my loot. Do not mind my hair. It is still up from yesterday. So we had a little bit too much fun at Le Chassagnette yesterday. It was the longest lunch I have ever had in my life. It was because there was like a pre-starter, a starter, and a post-starter. Then there was lots of mini courses in between, and then dessert. There was a pre-dessert, a dessert, and then an after dessert. It was the longest lunch I've ever had, and the food was exquisite. And what I loved about it is that it was one of those Michelin star restaurants that is like relaxed. You're in the gardens, you can eat inside if you want to, but like it was all about the produce, all about beautiful foods and flavours that are cultivated from the gardens, and that truly was wonderful. We had such a good time, just very long, and then we returned to the house and I was absolutely pooped. We were supposed to have a barbecue yesterday evening, but I had to take myself to bed. I'd had so much fun. It was too good. Today we are heading to CHATEAU and it looks absolutely incredible. We're heading there for like a picnic in the grounds, and then this evening we're heading to one of the Domaine de Chabbran's like sister properties. So it is our last full day here. Tomorrow we have a trunk show of antiques. They're actually coming to the house to showcase the antiques. And I'm so excited because a lot of the silverware and curiosities that they have here at Master Chabbran are from these two gentlemen. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. If you're wondering what's on my eyes, these are the new Dolce & Gabbana Fresh Skin eye masks. These have been saving my bacon, okay? They have been saving my bacon because they are so good, so hydrating. And I'm working on the Fresh Skin collection, very, very fitting to how I do makeup. It's all about skin prep and then very, very veil-like textures, not a lot of heavy makeup at all. And I filmed a campaign for it yesterday, but these are so lovely for just refreshing your eyes. My eyes are always the thing that gives me away the most. But anyway, I'm gonna get a little bit of makeup on my face, but we're gonna be out in the gardens today, so you know what I'm like. I like to get the sun on my skin. So I'm gonna get ready for the day and enjoy our last full day here in Provence. I genuinely don't want to leave. I said to Ven yesterday, I was like, can you help me buy a house nearby? I was on Rightmove looking, and because this is such a beautiful area, because there's lots of areas in France where you find that a lot of like tourism goes on, which obviously has its perks and has its point and is really important for like the economy and things like that. But I really love finding areas that maybe aren't so touristy and are just sort of like beautiful, quaint areas, not too busy, lovely, beautiful, that kind of thing. And this is such a beautiful area, so I'd love a house here. But obviously I've got this, so it's like my home from home. Okay, I thought it would be a good idea for me to show you what my outfit would have been mostly last night. And if you notice that I'm not wearing a bra, that is because I am now French, because I have been here for 5 days. No, these are the shorts that I designed with Lily Silk, and they are so comfortable. But what I was wanting to do was to design a pair of classic shorts, like the last pair of shorts that you're ever going to need. I didn't want them to be too long, I didn't want them to be too short, I didn't want my bottom hanging out, but I also didn't want them to be too long either. And I think that there is such a fine balance with shorts to get them right. And I literally was so particular about the length of these and also the fabric. And these just feel like the most beautiful double pleat shorts, so flattering as well, and the texture of the silk is exquisite. You know how I love double pleat trousers? I wanted to put the DNA of double pleat trousers into a pair of shorts, and I wanted them to feel like a really, really beautiful blend between men's tailoring, women's tailoring, and really, really flattering silhouettes. So they're a nice amount of fabric to the legs, because I think the ratio of the leg hole to your legs is really, really important. I also wanted them extremely high-waisted so that they actually sit in the small of your waist. And they're something that can be dressed up or dressed down. And I think that these rich chocolate pinstripe pair, they are just the most elevated pair of shorts I think that I own, but we also do them in ivory. So I'm going to quickly pop on the ivory version. I will link these down below as well, because I think that these are the summer shorts of dreams. Like, I love this just worn with a cami, with a loose linen shirt over the top. It just works. It sort of looks like a relaxed, like I've not actually tried that hard, but yet the actual pieces are very, very considered. So with my discount codes, which I will pop on screen here, you can shop these shorts. I'm just going to pop them on in the ivory as well, but I love them. And of course, the ivory. Now I have to mention that, of course, with Lily Silk products, we have not scrimped on any of the fabrics. We have used the best, most beautiful quality, and you can see it in the way that the shorts move. They just have this elegance to them. The thing that I love the most is that these are not too long. These are the perfect length to show off a really nice amount of leg without being too showy. I feel so comfortable in these. And actually I was going to change the top and the shirt, but it didn't need it. I love the way that white and ivory contrasts like this, and then you add the warmth of the belt. I've gone for white sandals, a little raffia bag, but this is going to be literally the only pair of shorts that you ever need, because they are focused not on trends but focused on the female form and fitting beautifully and using beautiful materials and beautiful craftsmanship. So this was what I was going to wear last night to the barbecue, but unfortunately I had a bit too much fun during the day, so I wanted to show you my outfit this morning. I'll link them down below. I'll pop my discount codes on screen as well. So I've got to this point in the video and I have realised that it is very likely that this is going to be the longest video of all time. So I think I might split this into two. We're heading home tomorrow, so it gives a little bit of something to look forward to as well. So I'm going to put all of the links to my Lily silk pieces in the description box down below. You're going to see me wearing them so much this summer anyway. I will be linking them, I will be sharing them, but you also have my discount codes. There are also so many other beautiful pieces from Lily Silk that I will link down below as well. And happy shopping!